All right, greetings everybody again with this special broadcast on the truthmadeplain.com. It's still 2020 Pentecost, and we had an urgent teaching here from Bishop R.A. Campbell. So we're going to open it up for him and let him give us the teaching and the word for the day. So let's receive him in the person of Bishop R.A. Campbell by saying amen.
Yeah, we are back on again, and if there's any questions out there, Brother Rick, we will take some questions. Do you have any questions, Brother Rick, on what we've been talking about?
Yes, actually I do.
Well, let's take our questions first before I do this program tonight. Okay. We're going to do a program tonight because people are looking for answers on this condition that's going on around the planet. This plague, this situation with black-on-black crime, and they're looking for answers. So we want to give the answers out to any question that they want to ask, but we're only going to use the Bible. We're not going to use our philosophy or our opinion. We got to use what the Most High said. And we got to remember that this is in the hands of the Most High God. This is His doing. And we got to listen to Him. And we got to answer your question from His great book, the Bible. So let's take our questions first, Brother Ray. What is the first question you got?
It said, how does Isaiah 51 verses 22-23 fit with the problem that has taken place because of the police killing of young black men, or the young black man last week, George Floyd?
I read that out loud so I can have you, so I know what they are talking about.
Okay, let me get it. Isaiah chapter 51, verses 20 through 23. And it says, thy sons have fainted. They lie at the hand of all the streets as a wild bull in a net. They are full of the fury of the Lord, the rebuke of thy God. Therefore, hear now this, thou afflicted and drunken, but not with wine. Thus saith thy Lord, the Lord, and thy God that pleadeth the cause of his people. Behold, I have taken out of thine hand the cup of trembling, even the dregs of the cup of my fury. Thou shalt no more drink it again, but I will put it into the hand of them that afflict thee, which have said to thy soul, bow down, that we may go over, and thou hast laid thy body as the ground and as the street to them that went over. And that's it.
Okay, well, that is talking about the condition that we have been in these 400 years of slavery. What we had to lay down in the mud if somebody wanted to walk over and didn't want to get their clothes dirty or their feet wet. We had to lay down, and we was used as the sidewalk, so they could go over without being messing up their clothes or getting their feet wet. That was happening to us in slavery. And so God said, we ain't gonna have to put up with that no more, because I'm gonna take the cup of fear off of you. At that time, we was very fearful because we was very short in number, and we was very fearful of our enemies that had us in slavery. And so we laid down in the street for them to walk on our back to keep their clothes from getting wet or their feet from getting wet. And God said, you ain't going to have to go through that no more, because I'm going to take your fear away from you, and I'm going to put it upon your enemies. that's the reason that a lot of our boys are getting killed anyway, because they're afraid of us now, because they done treated us so bad that they don't know what we're gonna do. You know, they done did us so bad, so they don't know if we want revenge or not. So they'll kill us real quick because they are afraid that we're gonna try to hurt them. That's what's going on now. You know, the cup of fear is offered these young bucks, and they ready to challenge the police and challenge any white person that treat them wrong. And so that's the reason they're getting shot real quick, because the police don't know what they're gonna do. You treat a dog real bad so long, you don't know if he's gonna bite you when you get ready to feed him. You know, so that's what that means. That's what they mean that's what's going on now, because they're afraid of you because of the way they have treated you. And so the fear now is not on you so much, it's on them. And that's the reason they kill you real fast and don't give you a chance to explain nothing. That's what they did with the boy up there in Minnesota, that he asked him for his driver's license. He was sitting next to his little daughter, and he said, I got to get him out of my wallet. I'm sitting down in the back seat. And they said, and the cop, when he reached to get his wallet, the cop shot him. And he said, I thought he was reaching for a gun. Well, he just asked, you just told the boy to give you ID. I mean, he was reaching for his wallet. He wasn't trying to reach for no gun. And he had his little baby back there with him. But that wicked cop killed him. And then when the cop went to the court, the wicked jury found him not guilty and let him get by with it. That's what's been going on all the time anyway. You know, he should have been put in jail because he told the boy to give him his driver's license. Boy, I got to reach for it all of a sudden. And he shot and killed him anyway in front of his little baby. That was a bitter time for me. That hurt me so bad when they shot that boy. Then they found out this boy was a nice guy. Even the white people said, man, this is a nice guy. He works in a school with us. You know, but the cop was just dirty. They're scared of you. They scared you. They done treat you so nasty and so mean to you. They think you want to kill them. And that's when you shoot you real fast. That's the answer to that question. Is there any more?
Yes. Does Leviticus 26:31 apply to the cities being burned down?
Read it out so I can hear what it says.
All right.
Read that out so I can answer it.
Leviticus 26
Yeah.
and verse 31. And I will make your cities waste and bring your sanctuaries unto desolation, and I will not smell the savor of your sweet odors. That's it. That's the verse.
Did it say anything about fire? Burnt down?
No.
Huh?
No.
Well, that was just telling them that he was not pleased with the way they was treating people in the city. You know, that was telling Israel that he didn't like the way they was treating the people that was in the cities. And so that's the same thing they was doing now. They wasn't treating the people right. And the people are out there now protesting and trying to burn the city down. That's the answer to that question. But at that time, he was talking to Black Israel. They the ones that was in charge then. They were the caretakers of the planet. And they were just treating people any kind of way. And God said that your city's going to be waste. And that's what they're doing now, while the Gentiles are the caretakers of the planet. They burn the cities down, tearing up everything because of the meanness that these Gentiles is doing to the poor people, both black and white. See, that's when you got both of them out there. They treat black, they treat white people sometimes just as bad as they treat you, black folks. You know, the poor has no defense. The Most High said, when you lend it to the poor, you lend it to me, because they have no defense. They're poor and have no defense. Sometimes they hit a little white boy over the head with a club just like they will you. You know, because the poor have no defense. See? So, y'all ain't gonna write no new book. Whoever do it when they in charge, he talking about them. Now they in charge of the planet as the caretaker now. When we was in charge as the caretaker of the planet, if we did something to hurt people, God would chase us. He's chasing them now because they doing things to hurt the human family. So that's the answer to that question. You got another one?
Yes. I just had, hold on a second.
Huh?
Yeah. They want you to explain Matthew chapter 2, 17 and 18, and Isaiah 65 and 20. They want you to explain.
All right,
that.
let's take Matthew first. Let me explain Matthew first.
Okay, let me get there.
Read it and I'll explain it now, you know.
All right.
Praise God. We got a night coming. I'm on here because night is going to be situations going on.
Yeah.
We're hoping and praying that they'll stop burning, stop killing, or stop doing anything wicked. We're praying they would just be peaceful and go to bed, so we can get back to living the right way. You know. Yeah. Read it out what he said.
Then was fulfilled that which was spoken by Jeremiah the prophet, saying, in Ramah was there a voice heard, lamentation and weeping, and great mourning, Rachel weeping for her children, and would not be comforted because they are not.
Well, that was talking about when Herod was killing all the black Israelite babies from 2 years old and down. Herod, the dirty, rotten joker, was killing all babies all little Hebrew babies from 2 years down, trying to find the Lord Jesus Christ, who was a little baby. And the angel spoke unto his foster father, Joseph, and his mother, Mary, and said, take him down in Egypt among Ham, because they won't be able to find him, because Egypt is a black nation and he's black. And that's what that was talking about. That Rachel was weeping for her children. Rachel is a type of the mother of the Hebrew nation. She's a type, you know, because when Abraham's son got her, they prophesied saying, let her be a mother to the people. And when they was killing the little black Hebrew kids from 2 years old and down, Rachel was crying for her children. Because the wicked Herod, who was a devilish Gentile, was killing all the little black babies to try to get to the black Jesus. And the angel said, now take him on down in Egypt, and they won't be able to find him down there because he's not no white baby. And down there among all the black people of Ham, he survived. That's when he came back, he came to Nazareth. That's in Jesus Nazareth. He really was born in Jerusalem, the house of David. When he came back, they said it was Jesus of Nazareth. The Nazareth called him a Nazarite. Because he couldn't go back to Jerusalem up there because Herod was still living and he would have killed him. That's the answer to that question. Is there another one?
Yeah, I got to go to Isaiah 65.
Yeah. Yeah, we answer any question they want to ask with the Bible.
Yes.
And get ready to start the curfew down here and around the country.
Yep.
I'm hoping that everybody will go in, stop the burning, stop the tearing up the country, and let us get back to the right way. You got the plague running. You got the cities being burnt. So many people are going to be sick anyway once this stop burning.
Yeah.
Because they ain't all been wearing no masks. They just out there going stone crazy, breathing in one another's face. And they need to stop. So what's the next one?
There shall be no more thence an infant of days, nor an old man that have not filled his days. For the child shall die 100 years old, but the sinner being 100 years old shall be accursed.
All right, that's talking about when the kingdom is set up on earth as it is in heaven, because that's what they said. Jesus told them, thy kingdom come on earth as it is in heaven. When the kingdom is set up on earth like it is in heaven, there'll be no more babies that would die in the womb. No more babies that'll die as an infant. They all would get a chance to grow up to at least 19 years old. A sinner in the kingdom that have not been converted and he's been there 100 years is a curse. If you don't get converted in the city of God where Jesus is ruling in 100 years, you ain't willing to change your wicked, dirty ways, you're going to be called a curse. A child is going to die 100 years old. Old man is everybody going to at least get 100 years to change their bad behavior. In 100 years, if they have changed their bad behavior, God going to give them a glorified body that will never die. That's what that was talking about. A sinner, been there 100 years, is a curse. An old man will fill his days if he obey. The age of an old man anyway is supposed to be 1,000 years. He's supposed to live in the kingdom at least 1,000 years. Now, if he goes up there and stay a sinner then he didn't fulfill his days. He just was killed by God because of his bad behavior, and he never made it to 1,000 years old. That's what I was talking about. Is there another one?
Yes.
All right, let me answer these questions. You know, we need to answer things. We need to answer things.
Hold on.
Okay, what's the next one?
Hold on, this thing got hold on 1 second.
You out there, give me questions. Give Ricky questions. Call him and give him questions that you want to know something. I'll give you the answer. According to the Bible.
All right.
You know, we here tonight to give you answers to every minute thing that's going on. Every small thing, every big thing. We're going to answer you according to what the Most High has written down. He wrote down all the answers for the human family. They're in this book called the King James Version. So what was the next one? You got another one?
Yes. Will this confusion stop, seeing that this being the end of Gentile rule?
His answer is that it will be the end of the Gentile rule in the United States, but it will not be the end of the Gentile rule on the planet, because a new Gentile is getting ready to come up in Germany, in the European Union, and he's called the Antichrist. And he will start World War III. And he'll be in charge for a short time, 3.5 years. He'll rule with prosperity. But the other 3.5 years, he'll be in misery because he'll be attacked by Russia and China. That's the other Gentile rule. Because China is not a Gentile. You know, they on the board with Russia, you know. And China and Russia are going to get together against this new Gentile that's coming up in Europe, with 10 nations giving them their support. And China and Russia going to gang up on him. And he's going to try to fight in 2 locations. He's going to be trying to fight against the Arab nations in the Middle East. And China going to be, and Russia going to be trying to take his stuff in Europe where he come from. And he's going to try to fight on both fronts. And he's going to be destroyed. Revelation 16 chapter. 200 million soldiers from China and Russia going to stop him, put it down. Revelation chapter 9 picks it up as well. So now this is going to be the end of the rulership in America. America going to become number 2 after this plague and all this stuff going on. But there's a new Gentile rising up, Antichrist, the European Union. They're going to have different currency than the American dollar. The American dollar is going to become insignificant. they're going to have a new currency. So get ready for the beast power, the Antichrist. Is coming. He's around the corner now. All this happened so he can blossom. So there's another Gentile coming up for a season. For 7 years, a new Gentile is going to be ruling for that short time. First 3.5 years, he's going to be the most powerful place in the world. The money going to be so big, that's when everybody going to want to take the mark, join his government. Because money going to be flowing like water over a beautiful bridge. Come on now. All right, go ahead. Is there another one?
No, that's it.
Okay, now let me go and let's talk a little bit. Now, I want to talk to my people, the black people. Now, we don't have no leaders no more. All the leaders is dead. All the old leaders is dead. And ain't nobody out there now but our children. And they don't know what's going on. Because we taught them that they was equal with white people. We taught them that there was no difference between white and black. We didn't teach them that they were different than a white person. I had a beautiful young lady get her clothes tore off on a I-75. She's with a little white girl, and the police stopped them from driving too fast. And the little white girl told the police, we wasn't driving. So the little black girl tried to back it up, and the police snatched her out the car and tore her whole front off. And all you seen was her breast. She thought she could talk to the police the same way her little white friend was talking. Because we never told them that we didn't teach racism to them. We taught that they was just as equal to a white person as a black person. When I was a boy, they taught me that don't mess with white people. You're going to get in trouble. But I never taught that to my kids because I want them to be free. I told them don't get in trouble, period. But I was taught as a boy, don't you fool with these white people, son. You're going to get in trouble. Well, that was 80 years ago. That was 80 years ago. We got our children out here tonight, tearing up stuff. Ain't no old folks out there with them because they all sick with arthritis and bad knees and bad legs, and they'll die if they go out with this plague. So our little children don't even know what they're talking about. They don't understand nothing. We taught them, we tried not to teach them racism. We tried to make them think they was equal with white children. And we messed them up. Then they're out there tonight with no help from old people. Because all the old people then died out, and the few that's left, they worrying about their job. They worrying about their income. They worrying about how they gonna keep their house. So they ain't gonna speak up. So our children is out there with no support. I'm just a voice crying in the wilderness, like John the Baptist was. If we had old people out there like me that wouldn't get sick, we could help our young people. We could tell them the whole story. That we just didn't want y'all to think about racism. We want y'all to think y'all was just as free as a white girl or a white boy in America. So we left them dumb. That's when they're out there. They're out there because we left them dumb about white people. I was never dumb about white people. Never was dumb by white people. Because my mama taught me that white folks is nothing to be dealing with. Don't mess with them. Don't mess with white people. You're going to get in trouble. One police officer handled our whole neighborhood. One white police handled the whole neighborhood where I was born, which was 6th and Smith. We had two of the baddest black police that ever lived, Grover Gaines and Two-Tone Tony, who wore 2 guns. He wore 2 guns. He would walk by and say, "Give me this corner." And every black person on that corner would disappear. He said, "I'm going around the block now. When I come back here, I don't want to see none of y'all on this corner." Pop Tony. Two-tone, 2-gun wearing Pop Tony. And when he came back, we were gone. Grover Gaines was our other police officer. He was a big, tall brother. Maybe 6'4", 6'5". I seen him one night tell a guy that was trying to kill his wife with a gun. I seen him get out of his car and said, "Put that gun down." And the guy wouldn't put it down. I seen him go in his trunk of his car and get a shotgun and almost knocked the guy out cold. The guy's wife cried out. I seen him slap her and say, "Shut your mouth." We only had one police, white, and we had one police captain who told us, his name was Strotail. I'll never forget his name, Strotail. He said, "I don't want no killing down here, and I don't want no white women down here." Now, I know y'all got your little after-hour jobs places, and I know you gamble a little bit and sell a little liquor. But every now and then, I got to take a few of y'all to the court to show I'm doing my job. So when I come to the crap games, I have 10 of y'all lined up that's going to go to City Hall and be locked up to the next morning. I got to show I'm doing my job. There was no police shooting nobody. I ran from the police many times, down the alley, running, because I done went up past Central Avenue. That was the boundary for black folk. I done went to Plum Street. Well, I'm up there to do? I'm up there to snatch a pocketbook or something from somebody white. I'm up there at the pie factory where they send the pies out to cool off. I'm going to steal me 3, 4 of them and run back to Central Avenue, me and my little boys. The police would see me running down the alley. he would throw his stick at me, but he never hit me. When he caught me doing something that I shouldn't be doing, he never called me a nigger. He never took me to jail because I had manners. My mama had showed me how to have manners. And I would say, yes, sir, officer, I shouldn't be doing this, but I'm hungry. That's the reason I stole these pies. And he said, get your little self back down there on Central Avenue. And I don't want to see you up here no more. Yes, sir, officer. Thank you. That was in 1945. That's a little young boy. That's a little young kid. My uncle would put me on his shows and let me look in that cotton club and see the booty greeners dance. And then tell me, get on back down there in your house. Because I lived next to the cotton club on Mound Street. I lived on Kingdom Avenue. It was a different breed of police in those days. As long as we stayed in our place, we had no problem with the police. Now, couldn't no black man arrest no white man in our neighborhood. He could hold him till the white police come. I'm talking about 80 years ago. So the kids out there now, they don't know what they're doing. They don't understand it. Ain't no old folks out there to teach them nothing. They're all young. They're just running and burning and don't know what they're doing. Now, all we can do, we old folks that are still living, is pray for them. We can't go out there. We'll catch the plague. We can't go out there. Our knees won't hold up. Our feet are swollen up with arthritis and all kind of diseases. We can't go out there to tell them, baby, stop this burning. They're out there by themselves tonight. Young folk that don't know what they're doing. We didn't teach them right. We should have told them that you're going to have an enemy all your life. You're going to always have somebody that don't like you with a white face. We should have told them that. But we didn't tell them because we didn't want them to think that we was racist. We wanted to make them feel like that they were just as free as a white girl who said to her mother in front of me one day, I'm 21 and white. You can't tell me nothing to do no more. I was in the office with the real estate lady, and she tried to tell her little daughter, now you got you on the wrong clothes. She said, look, I'm 21 and white. You ain't telling me nothing. You got to understand, they're out there, they've been out there close to 5 days. Burning, tearing up things. So there's nobody out there can tell them nothing that they understand. Because they think they is just as free as a white person. And it's not so. It's not so, baby. You ain't free as no white person. Get that out your mind. We just didn't want to make you a hater. We didn't want you to make you think you wasn't free. We should have told you the whole 9 yards. We should have told you you got to be careful because of your skin color. We the fault. We old folks that's living is the reason they're out there burning up everything. We never burnt up anything, period. We never even was sassy mouth towards the police, white and black. Pop Tony when it took nothing from me neither. Grover Gaines, I know he wouldn't have took nothing. Him and Hunter had my picture on the dashboard as a bad little boy. Their philosophy was, I'm going to send you to the penitentiary, China. We know you did that. But you can never get nothing on me but petty larceny. They wanted to bust me with grand larceny, so I had to do 7 years in the penitentiary. But every time they caught me, I got rid of this big stuff and only had a little bit left over to give to my girlfriend. Now they're out there tonight, and I'm on the radio tonight, and I can't reach them. But if you're an old person that was born anywhere in the 20s or 30s or the 40s, tell them to go home. Tell them that we just didn't tell you the whole 9 yards. And you got hurt. We never got hurt by no police. The police was upset with me one time so bad, he was upset with me. I never forget. I was in his car, and me and my brother, and he said, y'all going to juvenile, and you're going to Lancaster Monday morning. It was on Christmas Eve. And we had sold a radio. And I didn't want to go to juvenile because it was Christmas Eve. I wanted to get my Santa Claus stuff. And so I told the police I faked a heart attack. I said, get my nitroglycerin, I'm dying, my heart is hurting. The police said, where's your nitroglycerin at? I said, it's in the house. Now, I was hoping that wasn't nobody gonna be at my house when the police got there, but my stepfather was there. And he opened the door, he said, your boy out there needs his nitroglycerin because he's having a heart attack. And my stepfather said, what's his name? He said his name is Tiny. He said he ain't got no bad heart. Police came back to the car. They said, you little dirty so-and-so, you scared us to death. But he couldn't take me to juvenile to stay because I got sick in juvenile. And they told my mother to come and get me. But they took my little brother to Lancaster. That was a young boys' penitentiary. Lancaster, Columbus. Now they're out there tonight. They're out there. They've been running. They've been running. They've been mad. They're all emotional. So am I, for their sake. I'm emotional. Not for my sake, but for their sake, because I know they don't know what they're doing. I know they don't understand what's happening to them. So it makes me emotional because I love them. I love them because they my people. They have my DNA. And I love them. They like my sons and daughters. I know all about them. They just down there talking. They don't know what they're talking about. I heard what I'm talking today about the president is no good. They don't realize the ones ain't no good is them devil Democrats that have been holding you in bondage for 400 years. The Dixiecrats and then the Democrats, the ones that kill your baby in the womb, the one that turn your son into a sissy, making laws that he can be a homosexual free. That's your enemy. President ain't your enemy. He trying to get the Supreme Court to stop them killing your little black babies and trying to get them also to stop letting your sons think they can be man to man. He's trying to change that. Now he all frustrated, and I can understand it because he was doing a good job with his white people. And he said, let's make America great again. And this stuff happened. So he all emotional and upset. Now he gonna say all kind of crazy stuff, but ignore it. He's not against you. The people that's against you, the ones that passed this dirty law saying you can marry another man and your sister can marry another woman. That's what made the Almighty get upset. The Almighty got upset because he got tired of them taking his beautiful country and fornicating all over it. That's what happened, baby. Tell these young people the truth. The dirty, rotten Democrats are the ones that the Most High is upset with because they the ones passed all the wicked laws. Lincoln didn't pass no laws like that. He was a Republican. He lost 700 white folks' lives to get you out of slavery, baby. But we didn't want to talk about that but for you. We wanted you to feel like you was 100% like a little white boy and a little white girl. So we didn't tell you the whole 9 yards. We should have told you regardless, but we said we didn't want you to be prejudiced. We didn't want you to be against nobody. We want you to just love everybody. But we made a mistake. Now you're out there and we can't get to you because we're too old to tell you anything, and you ain't gonna listen. Your enemy is the Dixiecrats down there in Mississippi and Georgia. That's where they came from. And the Democrats that got you now waiting on some stamps and waiting on somewhere to live. When God told you that you should build your own houses, that you should plant your own vineyard, and keep all your stuff for yourself. You gave up everything you had. You was forced to build your house. You was forced to take care of yourself. Now they got you trying to go over here. You want to sit next to white folks so bad that you got rid of all your beautiful restaurants and hotels to sit down with some white folks because a dreamer told you he had a dream. God told you don't listen to no dreamer. Listen to me, your black Messiah. Now you're out there, and I'm hurt for you. Because I didn't even tell my kids to be worried about white folks. I was trying to get them to see that you're free, baby. But I did give them a little taste of their freedom. I told them to get a good education. I sent them to all white schools to get, and I paid for it, so they have an American white education. They all got good jobs now. But I should have told them that you still is not equal with these white folks. The young man that got killed was a dirty thing, but he had a white woman with him. And the police don't like to see you with no white woman. The police, white police, don't want to see you with no white woman. They done killed several boys. They killed the boy right down here on Reading Road that was jogging with a white girl. Blew his brains out coming up Reading Road jogging. They don't want to see you with no white woman. Now, you fall in love with them because they're human beings. But they don't like it. And every chance they get to kill you, if you got a white woman, they're going to do it. Because they don't want you with her. You know. Now, I can understand you like white women because they put on makeup and they look real pretty in the face with the makeup on. So why don't you get you just a light-skinned woman? Get you one of them yellow black girls. If you just want something white looking, get you a yellow black girl. You should get you somebody looking like your mama, but you just got to have a white woman. We got some yellow gals that can put on some makeup and look just like them. You know, we got them. We got every flavor. You know what I mean? We got some pretty black girls, some pretty brown girls, some pretty light girls, and then we got some pretty girls that's almost looking white. The police stayed on his neck because the police used to be around him when they worked together in a club, and he knew he had a white woman. And he took it out on him. That's when he stayed down there so long with his knee on his neck. It's because of the white woman, and the police don't like to see you black folk, black men with white women. You know, I'm here to tell you the truth. Now, I'm not saying you can't marry a white woman. You can marry whoever you want to marry. But you got to realize that there's white people don't like to see that, and the ones that have the power to kill you will kill you about that. The rest of them are just say, I don't like it. But the ones that's able to kill you will kill you. That's the white police. They'll kill you, baby. Listen to an old person one time. They'll blow your brains out of your head. And they'll get away with it. They got this guy that killed your beautiful brother. his knee on his thing, they charge him with not murder 1, not murder 2, but murder 3, manslaughter. They're going to fool around and give him maybe 3-4 years in the penitentiary, and you're going to be right back on the street to kill another black man. The other 3 need to be in the penitentiary because they supported the killing. You need somebody old to talk to you. See a little black girl on TV here. She was a college girl. She didn't know what she was talking about. She didn't know what she was talking about in A Man in the Moon. Ain't nobody taught her nothing. You're too young to talk. You don't know nothing. And your old leaders is mostly gone. And the ones that still living, they ain't gonna tell you nothing because they pimping off of you. They pimping off of you. They get the money that the white folks give to help you, and they trim off most of it for themselves. They living in gated communities. Ain't nobody gonna kill them. They living in gated communities with white folks. They got you out there breaking out windows and carrying on, getting ready to go to jail, may get hurt, and they laying up somewhere in a gated community in $1 million house with white folks. They hurting you on every front, baby. You need some of you old white black folk need to take one of these kids in your bosom and tell them the whole truth. Tell them the whole truth. Young people can't teach nothing to one another. They all dumb. They ain't learning nothing to teach. These are called the young because they're strong, but I call the old because they know the way. I know the way. I never had no trouble with no police, and I was a bad kid. Because my mama and my grandmother taught me, don't you get in trouble with them white people. Don't do nothing to get yourself in trouble with white people. Yes, ma'am, Grandma. Yes, ma'am, Mama. So when the white police used to catch me, he would, I would give him a story. I put my good manners on. I would give him a little game. I would act like I'm just a pitiful kid. And he would say, get on back down now at Central Avenue. You know your boundary. What you up here on Plum Street for? Yes, sir, officer. Yes, sir. Now get on down there. I mean, right now. Don't be up here no more. I'll get you up here again. I'm going to take you to jail. And we'd go back up there. But when I see him, I could run so fast. I would start running. He would throw his stick at me, but he could never hit me with the stick because I could run real fast with the pies in my hand. Glory to God. Glory to God. Now, I'm praying for you young folk. I can't come out there with you because I'm old and I'll get the plague. But I'm praying for you. And I'm asking all those who are 60 years old that can go out there a little bit, at least can talk to you a little bit when you come in, to give you the whole story and quit fooling you and making you think you're white. Because you're not white, and you ain't gonna never be white. And white folks ain't gonna never make you equal with them. They will help you like they're helping you now, tear up your own place. They're sympathizing with you now because they know you've been hurt so bad, so long, that they're showing you some mercy, like God told me to do anyway in the book of Kings. He said, show my people some mercy. He wrote a letter like the Willie Lynch letter for us in the book of Romans, chapter number 11, telling all the white folks, treat my people good. You're using their money, using their black skin to get you some money. They're picking your cotton, they're picking your sugar cane. Treat them nice. Don't abuse them. They had a black man teaching them at that time called the Apostle Paul. That was one of Jesus' boys. Now, when he died, the most dirty, wicked white folks you could find took over. And they turned you into a slave. You weren't supposed to be no slave. Period. God told them, don't make you no slave. God told them to treat you nice. The wicked, wicked, wicked so-called Catholics turned you into a slave. The Greeks, that's who turned you into a slave. They use your black skin to get wealthy by cutting sugarcane and picking cotton. And they didn't want to pay you, so they turned you into a long, different slave. You were never supposed to be a slave. That's reading Lincoln fought for you. Because Lincoln read the book and he said, these people ain't supposed to be no slave. He was a good white man. He lost his life working for us. John Brown did the same thing. There were several white folks who put their life on the line for us. But they were good white folks. They knew that we should not be no slave and not to be treated wrong. I told a story this morning that the white lady that lived in East Walnut Hills, the police caught a little black boy over there doing something that he shouldn't have been doing. And he called him a little nigger. And the white lady said, don't you call him no nigger. I'm going to get you fired. We don't use that kind of language on our black people. And I apologized to him. And the white police apologized. I said, man, hey, look at that. Some of these white folks, they know who you are. Because they know that at the end of the day, they're going to have to give an account for this wicked stuff they're doing to you. God going to get them. Because God said they went overboard. They showed no mercy on the old or the young. The Most High going to get them for what they did to you. And some of the white people know that, so they ain't going to mess their life up. They ain't going to let God, they don't want God to punish them. He's these wicked, dirty, rotten Democrats. That's the ones that hate you, kill your baby in the womb in the 8th month, suck the brains out of his head. chop him up like they're chopping up some lettuce. That's your enemy, baby. That's your enemy. Now you're going to go on home, like I said this morning. You're going to take a bath. You're going to try to fix up what you tore up. And then in November, you're going to go down there and vote for another dirty, rotten Democrat to be over you. That's going to kill your babies again. He's going to keep on killing your babies and making sisters out your boy and lesbians out your daughter until he completely destroy you. Now, your only hope is the Most High Yah. He's going to take care of you. He's going to fight your battles. He knows what he's doing to you. He the one that set this whole plague up and everything to get after your enemy, to punish your dirty, rotten, democratic enemy. He set all this up for you, baby. That's what he did. Now, somebody tell these young folk to go home, stop the burning, stop the protesting, and whisper a prayer to God, because you owe God an apology too, because you killed your little black baby in the womb by going over there and letting the white folks cut him up. You volunteered, killed your little black baby in the womb. That was lies to satisfy a dirty, rotten Democrat. So you made a mistake. Get on your knees after I get through talking to you, pray, and God will want to forgive you. And pray for the people who are dying in the plague. And pray that God will back off for a while to see if these dirty folks will make a change. But if they don't make no change, you're going to be right back with another plague. And you need to get in Jesus so he can cover you from the next plague. As another plague coming, he want to cover you, baby, in your black Messiah. In the book of Revelation, chapter 12, I want Rick to read something to you. Rick, read chapter 12, the last 4 verses in chapter 12 for these little black folk, for these little Hebrew kids that don't know nothing because the leaders is all old and dead. Read that to them. Revelation chapter 12, the last 4 verses in the chapter. Let's read that to them.
And the serpent cast out of his mouth water as a flood after the woman.
Now, the serpent is these people here. The serpent ain't nothing but the devil. These people are following the devil. That's when they're so devilish and so murderous. That's when they don't show no mercy. The serpent is the devil. This book of Revelation is full of symbols. And when he said the serpent, he talking about Satan the devil, because that's his nickname. That's one of his fallen names, the serpent, that old serpent the devil, that deceiveth the whole world. Now the serpent cast out his mouth like a flood. That means all the serpent people who follow Satan the devil, they against you, baby. They're against you. Now read that verse again. He said, what the serpent cast out his mouth like a flood. That means he cast out and he took these no good for nothing Democrats to hurt you. Now read on what he said.
And the serpent cast out of his mouth water as a flood after the woman.
Now, water means human beings. Water is as a symbol of human beings in the Bible. Now read on.
That he might cause her to be carried away of the flood. And the earth helped the woman, and the earth opened her mouth and swallowed up the flood which the dragon cast out of his mouth.
Did you hear that? The earth open up. God gonna open up this earth and swallow up all these devilish people. He gonna open up the earth. He did it once before in the book of Exodus. He opened up the earth and killed 33,000 in one day. Swallowed them all up. This is God's business, baby, whether you believe it or not. You're dealing with the Most High God. He don't allow this wicked stuff perpetually. He sent this plague hoping that you would straighten your wicked self up. But then you turn around and kill a Pope man on the ground begging for his mama. He's gonna swallow you up, baby. You can't get by with this forever. It wouldn't be fair for them, you to get by with this forever. It wouldn't be fair. It wouldn't be fair for you to be able to do this in God's world perpetually forever. He would be an unjust God if he allowed you to do this. And he's not an unjust God. He's a just God. He's a loving God. He's a merciful God. Now we know what did it say.
And the dragon was wroth with the woman and went to make war with the remnant of her seed, which keep the commandments of God and have the testimony of Jesus Christ.
Now, he helped the woman. The woman is a New Testament church in this story flow. The church that Jesus said, fear not, little flock. That's the church of Jesus Christ. This woman represents the church of Jesus Christ. She's a good girl in chapter 12. There's another woman in chapter 17 riding a beast. She's a prostitute, God said. Now, the woman helped the angel helped the woman. So if you're in Jesus, he's going to help you, baby. You got to quit lying, stealing, fornicating, and get in Jesus. Quit your wickedness and go get in Jesus. Because if you get in Jesus, you're going to get help. Because you're going to be in the woman. You're going to be protected by the angel. But if you keep on following this wicked, dirty, rotten Democrats, you're going to lose your life. They done passed laws that made the Most High so upset. He told them, said, if y'all ever pass a law like they had in Sodom and Gomorrah, I'm going to be so upset that I'm going to kill you. And they passed it anyhow. And what makes it so bad, a dead Jacob, a black man, was in on passing such a rotten law. Come on now. It had 45 presidents, and they never passed a law that is legal to be a fag, a homosexual. And here come brother, and he gonna pass a law that is all right to marry another man. That hurt me so bad. He was forced to do it with that devil's Democratic president he had. You know, because he boasts about it. Yeah, I voted for homosexuality. I voted for same-sex marriage, boasting and bragging like it was something wonderful he did. Now you got to get in Jesus. Take your little self, get on your knees, and make Jesus your personal Savior. So when they get ready to kill you, you'll be in Jesus and they won't be able to get to you. You'll be in the wilderness, but the angel feed you. Because famine is on the way. And the only way you're going to be able to get some food in a few days is because you're in Jesus. Now, Jesus loves all people who love him, that's willing to obey him. He crucified, his daddy said, I gave our only begotten son, that whosoever will believe in him shall have everlasting life. So that goes for every human being on the planet, both black and white. But the difference is that they got teachers. You ain't got no teachers. White folks got teachers. That's reading when the rubber meets the road, they're going to quit this foolishness because they got teachers. You don't have no teacher. You ain't got nobody teaching nothing. Yeah, they'll come over with you and help you tear up your own neighborhood, but why? Go over there in their neighborhood and see how many are going to be with you. Take your little black self over to their neighborhood with the gated fences and the big time houses and see how many white folk gonna march with you and burn up something. They got teachers. You ain't got nobody teaching nothing. You're just out there by yourself. Jesse Jackson ain't gonna teach you nothing. He ain't gonna tell you to quit killing your baby. Al Sharpton ain't gonna tell you nothing about not killing your baby. They vote Democrat too. Obama ain't gonna tell you nothing about not killing your baby. He believes in killing your baby in the 8th month. You ain't got nobody but Jesus. He's your black Messiah. He loved you. He died for you. Somebody out there that's 60 years old, tell these little black kids the true story. Don't fool them no more. They think they equal with white folk. That's what got them in trouble. Don't teach them to be mean or hateful towards white folks. Just tell them that this ain't your time, baby. You got to be careful for nothing. The serpent trying to kill you. Every time you take yourself out the door, black people, and you make a mistake and the police come, you don't know whether you get back home or not. They don't only kill black men, they kill black women. They killed that black woman up there that they throw her in jail. And then they said she hung herself or killed her own self. They don't care about none of you. They say you're too black. And then this hypocrite had a nerve to say you ain't black at all if you don't vote for him. I mean, can't you see what they're doing to you? You make me think you're blind. This stuff they're doing to you can be seen way off somewhere. You ain't got to be right up on top of it. You can see it every day. If you go out, and especially if you're a big black buck, they really scared you in. This boy was a great, big, tall, black man. All of them that run around, 4 or 5 of them, they didn't show you the whole thing. They over there pushing him out the car, throwing him on the ground. They were scared of him because he was so big. You know. Now, get in Jesus. Go take yourself and get in Jesus. He's your black Messiah. He love you. He love everybody. He said, I got children of another fold, talking about the Gentile people. He loved them too. He died for them too. But the devil hates every human being because he knows that humans have taken his place. And they're going to be over everything at the end. He stole our daddy's power, Adam and Mother Eve, got them kicked out the garden. Now, Jesus came to take it back for you. He came to beat the devil up and take back what your black family lost. Now, come on, get in Jesus. You 60-year-old people, listen to me thoroughly. Tell these children the truth. Some of it's your kids. Don't let them keep on burning up things and tearing up where they got to go to bed. Tell them the whole truth, that they are not equal, and quit trying to be equal. Be smart. Be wise as a serpent, but harmless as a dove. Don't hate, but be careful for nothing until you can get back home to your own house that somebody is in right now. Right now, you're in somebody else's land that they stole from somebody. Killed the Indians and killed all the buffalo, 6,000 buffalo. Killed the American Indians. Stole their land from them. You're in their land, in the one of all things. You saluting their flag. You saying honor to their king. You got a land, but they stole it from you. God gonna get your land back. He said in the book of Isaiah, chapter number 53, I'm gonna get your land back for you, and I'm gonna put you in your own land. Your land is Jerusalem. That's your land. That's your land. The people occupying it now, the Bible said they are Gentiles. He said, Gentiles is in your land now while you're in captivity. Now God gonna go over there and take them out your land and put you back in your land with your king. Your king is David, King David, Solomon's father. Your King of Kings is Jesus Christ. Now, somebody out there that's 60 years old, get one of these little kids and teach him and show him what he's doing is the wrong way. And don't let him talk crazy because he don't know what he's doing anyway. He don't know nothing. I know where you're going to know something. You're just a little boy, a little girl in college or just graduating from high school. You need some teachers. Now, I'm doing the best I can on the radio, trying to teach you. Some of you out there, and as many of you 60 years old, get a couple of these kids together and teach them. So they'll quit burning up what they got to sleep. And they'll quit thinking they Snow White and they won't be getting killed. God bless you. We love you. We're going to see you again. I'm going to be on the radio probably the rest of the week. As long as this thing go on, I need to be there to help my people. So tune in. Listen to me again. I'll see you later now. God bless you. Bye.